What's going on, chat? How you guys doing today? Looking forward to a great day. So
What's going on, chat?
we're gonna get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, and we're going to look at our chart to see exactly what's going on. Let's get ready right into it. Alright, let me know if you guys can see my screen here. Send it up. Alright. So let's get right into it, guys. That's the pairs that I'm looking at. You guys know I always trade gold and NAS 100. So I pretty much have my analysis set up here for those pairs. We're just going to go over them real quick to see what's going on. Right now I'm not in any trades, but I'm going to be taking a trade mainly on gold if the opportunity is there. I was looking at potential buys for gold, but I did notice NAS made some crazy moves too. We'll come back to it and analyze it. That one usually does bigger moves later on the day, but gold is looking pretty solid. I'm looking to actually get in this trade. It's around the time I'm supposed to be getting in the market. Realistically, I was supposed to be at the 9:45-ish area, but it's always good to wait until that new hour, because once that new hour candle shows up, we're going to have that perfect entry we're looking for. And again, it doesn't even have to be perfect. As long as that move is clear, take the trade. But by 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock, you should already have a good idea of what trade you're going to take. Right now, I'm looking for buys on gold. On the Jackpot strategy, it's around 50 moving average on the H1 time frame. I already have some trend lines here, just tracking it as it goes up, because we are in an uptrend, higher high, higher low. It could turn around, but we'll see. I'll have to see a break of structure here. And keep in mind, those that's been following the Jackpot strategy consistently, you know we have a major key entries on low at that area right there. So that area is a perfect entry area where we could actually take a good buy position. And if price end up breaking lower, then we could expect to sell. But as of right now, we are super bullish on gold. All right, 5-minute time frame, we have a crossover with the cloud. We did just reach a resistance zone right there, but I think it's gonna break it. Half trend is already green. Same on the 15. It's safe to take this trade on a Monday to start. I'm not going to go too heavy just yet because I'm not expecting too much. Also, it's Memorial Day, I believe, so we're not going to get much, but we do have a clear buy signal on gold as of right now. So it's just a matter of how are we going to execute this trade, how much we're going to risk before we enter this trade, and then from there we're going to decide. But right now it is looking bullish. We got about 4 more minutes until we reach that new hour. All right, let's see. So right now, from what I'm seeing on gold, it could definitely keep going up for a buy right now, or it could continue for a sell. It all depends here because it's at a strong support area, but it also may choose to do a little bit more of a pullback for a sell or even start a sell. But right now, it's looking perfect for a buy. I'm actually going to get ready to enter that trade right about now. Stop loss on this trade would be about, and that's only if price stays above my cloud here. So this white line you guys are looking at, this white line right here, this is the moving average from the Ichimoku cloud itself. So instead of having the cloud on here, I just have the line, and I can show you guys how to do that in a little bit. I'll update some videos as well, show you guys how I'm using it. But here I go getting in the buy trade right now, guys. This is a good opportunity. I have signals and even on the 1 minute time frame. All right, let's go to our chart. I usually like to take my trade at a moving average. So exactly here. So this would be an early entry on the 5 minute time frame. All right, let's start off with a 15, 0.15. Start off, let's do a stop loss for about, realistically, underneath this zone. Wow, that's about 70, 80 pips. 71 pips. 70 pips is ideal, guys. I mean, we can't be cheap when it comes to taking these trades on gold. 70 pips is ideal on this move. We definitely going to throw a stop loss at 50 pips. 30 minute is pushing it. 15. This is how it look. Yeah, I think this is worth the trade. Again, I prefer this trade right here, this setup. I prefer it at the bottom Bollinger Band or the middle Bollinger Band on the 1 minute time frame. Right now it's at the top Bollinger Band on the 1 minute time frame. So if I take this trade here, I'm expected to go to the next destination, which would be the middle Bollinger Band on the 5 minute time frame. Once it crosses over that, then we should be heading towards that area. My only worry is because I'm entering this trade at a higher zone on the 1 minute time frame, I wouldn't want to experience any pullback at this area here. So this is a risky trade. I would categorize this as a B minus setup, but let's take the trade before it leaves us, right? We're already having some breakouts. We're going to go ahead and place that order now. Advance, stop loss. We're going to do about 70 pips. Yep. And we're going to say we entering at this trade at 10 a.m. Okay. We placed the order. All right, we just sent the order in. That's our first attempt. Now, I already have in mind the take profit. I just took the trade now so I don't miss out on the entry. I'm going to have take profit up here. So let's calculate what would be the distance. Take profit. That's about 175 pips. Yeah, this could be take profit 1. All right, and then if we were to go all the way back up to top Bollinger on the 15-minute time frame, that would be 500 pips. Now let's just stick with the 175 pips. 70 pips to risk, 175 pips. That's a good risk ratio. We're going to do that. I put CP right here to start. All right, but this is not an A+ setup for me, as I mentioned. Reason for it is because realistically, like I said, I would rather to take this trade here, bottom Bollinger Band, 1 minute time frame, or middle Bollinger Band, 1 minute time frame, than top Bollinger Band, 1 minute time frame. I would have rather take that trade there. So now that I'm taking the trade here, realistically, I could even have a way tighter stop loss than what I'm doing right now, which I could, simply because it is a Monday, it is Memorial Day. I don't want to risk too much on a B- setup when I know I'm going to get A+ setup this week. So it's like you have to understand how to really categorize the risk. Like we all know, as we trade in the week, our best moves in the market, usually the best moves in the market shows up around Wednesday, Thursdays. So for me personally, I would much rather do bigger risks the way I would want to during Wednesdays, Thursdays session. You know, even Friday session sometimes you get way better moves. So risk management is the most important thing overall when it comes to trading, and that goes a long way with your psychology as well, because if you don't have a proper risk management game plan, you're going to be all messed up in the mind about what the market is doing, how you're going to enter, what profit you're going to make, what to expect based on your risk. It's a whole mind fuck. So you want to learn how to trade the proper way. And a lot of you guys know I've been trading in the industry for some time, but I've also made so much profit in the market, including taking a lot of L's as well. Reason for it is because I could understand where the market is going. I could have the best strategy that shows me everything that's happening. But if I don't have a strict risk management game plan, even if the strategy told me to buy and I enter the buy, if I don't have a strict risk management game plan, I'm going to always self-sabotage myself. And a lot of traders find themselves in this position where you make the profit and you lose the profit. And then you make the profit and you lose the profit, you make the profit and you lose. And you just like going in this cycle of making profit, losing profit, making profit, losing profit. The real reason for it is because whatever actions you're taking in the market on a consistent basis, day to day, week to week, month to month, is not being tracked. So if it's not being tracked, you can't track your progress. You can't track if you're going up or if you're going down. You're just doing. And that's not the way. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this the proper way, because I'm also currently revamping the way I trade, revamping my mindset around the market, revamping the style of trading that I do. A lot of you guys know I used to trade with multiple entries, you know, at the same time, not being able to fully track my risk parameters, my risk management. Yes, I'm making profit. Yes, I'm growing accounts. Yes, I'm having crazy results to the point even having 100K days. But realistically, I can't continue keep doing that at that level if I don't have a strict, disciplined routine in the market on how I'm going about to take the trade, what risk I'm going to use at what time. If it's not strategically, precisely planned out like that, it's going to be very hard for you guys to have success. So stay locked in. I'm going to keep doing these live streams to show you guys what I'm doing, holding you guys accountable, you guys watching me, holding me accountable as well. So let's all get this thing done together, guys. Like, we have to do this anyway for ourselves. Like, you have to become a better version of yourself. You have to become a better trader. So make it now. All right, let's see what our gold trade is doing right now. It should be in profit. That entry, like I said, is not the best entry for me. Okay, I don't like this entry. Matter of fact, I want to place my stop loss a little bit underneath here, just a little bit tighter, simply because, like I said, this is a B- setup for me. It's not even, it's close to, I would say a C+ for real, because I don't like this entry. It's very high on the 1 minute time frame. So I'm going to adjust my stop loss, and also once I have the strategic stop loss parameter that I really want on this trade, then I could send the signal. I mean, this looks decent. It's like a decent setup, but like I said, it's not the best. It's not the best. I like the best setup, because with the best setups, I could enter the market and really not worry about it. When it's not the best setup like that, it's like, I know I could expect pullback. I already could see the area it could pull back at. So for example, a pullback on this trade to the bottom Bollinger Band area here is a heartache. Back here is a heartache. Matter of fact, what would really make better sense, not saying that it's not gonna go right now or anything like that, is to have a pending order at the middle Bollinger Band area. If not, then price would break this area and keep going down lower. Now, the reason why I am looking for buys on this trade is because price is already above a support zone, which would be middle Bollinger Band on this time frame. Now, if you guys notice here, I don't have too much on this chart here that I'm using on this platform. The reason why I like using Hunko Trade is because I'm able to really manage my risk. Like my stop loss, I already know how much I'm going to risk on this. It's about 100 plus if I stop loss trigger right here. See, back when I was trading on MT5, which I still trade on MT5. I love trading on MT5, except I get all my risk parameters done automatically here, and then I just update it on my MT5 or just use copy trading to just make it all work. But realistically, right, trading on this platform literally shows me exactly how much I'm going to risk to make. So on this trade, on this setup right here, which, like I said, I don't like it. Yes, I'm only risking $100. I already grew this account already to 30% plus, right? And we going to keep scaling it, because what I'm doing is a 2K to 10K challenge on this account. Then I'm trading another 50K plus live account as well, where I'm going to be able to scale that real quickly as well. And I'm going to show you how I'm doing all of this using the Jackpot strategy, yes, but also following a strategic game plan. It's not just about taking the trade, guys. It has to be well thought out. So for example, on this gold here, I had a feeling it was going to sell last night at the retest because of the way it broke out here. It's because it did a lower high for a new lower low here. So this could be a lower high, because what I'm noticing here at the 15-minute time frame, this is a strong resistance zone area, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like the trade that I took too much. It's like I rated a B minus, damn near freaking a C plus setup on that move, because the entry is too high on the smaller time frame. Because the way I trade, like, I don't trade like most traders. Like, I'm actually understanding the whole overall direction of the market as a whole throughout the days, throughout the weeks. So as I'm understanding this, as I'm doing this, guys, as the week goes, based on the timing, I'm already knowing where the direction potentially is about to go. Not saying that it's going to be correct or 100% correct, but I actually know where I could take my attempts. Now, the big problem is, and like I said, it doesn't matter if you have the best strategy. If you get an alert that tells you to buy and sell at the same time over and over, and it's correct, it doesn't matter. None of that really matter. What matters most is how are you able to execute on that opportunity. So for example, like I said, gold, it's a good setup. I have a buy signal which could change, but I have a buy signal. Half trend is green, telling me that's a good buy. But me taking action so quickly and just seeing where prices are, and I could literally step out this trade and back out fully right now if I want to, and just do a pending order, more for a peace of mind. I'm just letting you guys know what I'm thinking about this trade, because every time you guys take a trade, what I'm saying right now, you guys going to be thinking about the same thing. As soon as you enter the trade, you're going to think, oh, maybe I'm wrong. Ooh, I see drawdown. This thing may go against me. All of that is going through your mind as well. I'm already knowing. So the way I now kind of work to make it more, a little bit peaceful and knowing where my trigger points are, is trying my best to take the entries based on the Jackpot strategy, of course, on TradingView. But once I'm actually trading on the platform, I only have Bollinger Bands showing me what's going on. The reason why I only use the Bollinger Band 200, because I want to see a clear view of everything that I'm already seeing on TradingView from the Jackpot strategy. So I rate my entries now based on A plus setup, B plus setup, C plus setups. And it could also be A minus setup, B minus setup, C minus setup. So when I have these opportunities, I understand how hard I could go on the market, of course, based on how much I'm willing to risk on my account. So for me, if I'm looking to buy, this would be a A plus setup for me. Why? Because that's at the true support zone. It may not be the truest support zone on the higher time frame, like a 5-minute time frame or a 15-minute time frame. Sometimes it could be, like example, this area, that was a true support zone on the 15 and the 1-minute time frame. So that would be considered a A plus setup. Like more confirmation showing you this area is a strong area of support zone where price could potentially do the opposite direction of what it was doing. So that would be an A plus setup for a buy here. The fact that I'm past that area now, perfect entry here, miss. Second entry here, miss. B plus setup, because it went retest. If you in here, stop loss is not going to trigger. Okay, stop loss underneath the support, boom. But realistically on this trade, I'm here, the top Bollinger Band. So if I'm at top Bollinger Band, that's not an A plus setup for a buy. Yes, we could be in momentum and it just goes crazy from the higher time frame. That's a possibility, but I have at least a 65% chance stop loss could trigger here all the way at this bottom here for a retest. That's just what happened. That doesn't mean the buy is not correct, right? Because you guys have to understand this. When you're trading, if your stop loss trigger, that doesn't mean you are wrong on the direction. Sometimes it's not that you're wrong on the direction. Maybe you entered way too early, or maybe within that momentum, trying to catch that buy, you enter at a pullback. For example, on this trade here, it's going higher highs, higher lows. If I'm looking for buys and I enter the trade right here, exactly right here for a buy. And I do a big lot size because I feel like I have confidence and I have confirmation that we are going on the uptrend, we are going on the buy. And I enter a one standard here at price 3336.85. That trade will be in a drawdown. And if I don't have the mental strength, or at least knowing that, this is just a drawdown, price still going to go my way, I'm going to take a loss. Most of the time, stop loss for whoever entered the buy here, stop loss definitely triggered here. But that doesn't mean that wrong though. See what most traders would do, they would hurry up and enter the opposite. They'll start entering sells. Because their first buy stop loss trigger, they start entering sells thinking it's going to drop. Then it goes up against them. Now they're in a complete spiral, mental hell of is it going to buy? Is it going to sell? Is it going to buy? While taking risks, taking losses back to back, back to back. That's the worst feeling ever. I hate that feeling. I hate trading like that. I know a lot of you guys hate trading like that as well. So, the only way to overcome that is to be strategic. That's why now I do just 1 to 2 trades. On this trade, it's not the best trade for me. I don't really like it. I hope it just keep going up. Matter of fact, I'm just going to move my stop loss probably down here just because I don't like this trade at all. This is a C plus setup for me. I don't like C plus setups. I prefer A plus setups because I could do bigger lot sizes because I know I'm going to get less of a drawdown. That's how I'm going to be able to grow small accounts and scale quickly with larger accounts because all I'm doing is risking 1 to 2% on that particular setup or throughout the week. However you go about it, just make sure you manage your risk properly. So right now, we have price going up, okay? If I push up a little bit here in the 1 minute, in the 5 minute, we still looking good. What I would like to see, like I told you guys, is a push up to break this potential resistance on here. Once it fully breaks that, then we should be heading towards take profit. I took the trade here a little bit earlier because here would have been more of a late entry and I would really not feel okay about it. So the best opportunity to not miss the entry at all was to just take the trade here at the top Bollinger Band. C plus setup. All right, because I'm already knowing this should be going up for a buy. On the higher time frame, this is higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Notice how price broke through the middle Bollinger Band area. Use that as a new support. Continue going higher high, higher low. Give us a re-entry here last few weeks. Higher highs, higher low. Drawdown, pullbacks. Now we should be heading for a higher high. All the way up here for the take profit. Long term. In a perfect world, that should happen. So now we'll just have to wait to see exactly how this thing play out. But for now, I have 175 pips take profit. I'm going to keep tracking this to see how long it keeps going on for a buy. If it does not, then it's going to completely reverse and go for a sell. Stop loss will trigger, and that'll be no problem. All right, right now we're looking good on the 15 a little bit. 5 minute, we just got a new 5 minute candle. How do you guys feel about this gold trade? Let me know in the chat. And then we're going to take a look at NAS as well. NAS, I feel like NAS is going to be slow for right now because NAS usually have its breakouts later on the day. I'm sure a lot of you guys have also noticed that as well. But we'll see. How do you guys feel about the gold buy trade though? Let me know in the chat. I prefer sell later, 12 p.m. sell gold. Someone is looking for sell on gold. And let me know if you guys can hear me clearly as well. And let me know if you guys. Alright, I'm going to get out that gold trade, to be honest with you guys. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's back at my entry. So I'll take that. I didn't even send this signal to the team yet because it's not the ideal setup for me. It looks decent, but it's not it yet. Because right now gold is figuring out if it's gonna continue for a buy or go for a sub. It doesn't fully know just yet. But with time, it's going to know. That's why I say best days to trade in the market is Wednesdays and Thursdays, especially Thursdays. And if it doesn't go on Thursday, give you a nice move, it's for sure going Friday. Yeah, I'm sure you guys seen that multiple times. Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. So Wednesday and Thursdays when we show up to trade, guys, oh yeah, we're gonna be ready. So here's what I'm going to do. For this trade, like I said, I don't really like it. I'm going to go ahead and put my stop loss tighter and then just see if I could get a better entry. I think it before it actually give us a buy that I think I'm looking for, it's going to try to test this area here for the final support on the 30-minute time frame, and then do what it wants to do. So for now, I sort of want to get out this trade. I really do want to get out this trade now because it's a C plus setup. If anything, entering here would be way better for me. And by that time, I may not even be looking for a buy anymore. So let's go ahead and just abort mission. Order filled. Abort mission on that one. I don't like the setup. The first 30 minutes, all I've been talking about is how I don't like the setup. So if I don't like it, I'm not going to do it. Preserve equity. We're going to have better setups. Preserve equity. All right, there is a strong support zone on the 5-minute time frame as well. I have a big ass screen right here in front of me, so it helps a lot to see the market a little clearer as well. All right, there is a support zone down there around this 50 MA area. It's decent. It's a true support zone, but I don't know just yet. The fact that price is below what should have been my support for me to enter, I don't like that setup. But I think it's a good setup for a buy overall. Just this one is not. If I take this trade again, basically it's gonna be a way tighter stop loss for sure. Because I prefer A+ setups. So let's see. All right, gold buying. Bro said gold buying at 340.23, TB 36.66. I'll look at that in a little bit. Yep, when it's ready, we will know for sure. Yeah, that's facts. Right now, like I said, first thing to keep in mind, it is a holiday today, right? All right. Not saying that because of that we're not gonna get moves, because we did get some nice sells last night. But it is a holiday, and also it is early on in the week. So overall, I think gold, there's a slight chance that gold could pull back and continue going for a sell, at least from where it's at right now, and then goes for a buy way later on. But we'll have to find out the price points for that. Looking at gold right now on my bigger screen, it doesn't look too bad for a sell, guys. That would actually be a B setup with a stop loss right above here from the 5-minute time frame. Then it will try to go break this area, and then TP would be right here, because if you look, this area is untouched from the bottom Bollinger Band area. H1 is also very red bearish candle right now. Hey, I think this trade is not bad if I take a sell here and have stop loss above the way it's going right now. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if you guys are seeing the same I'm seeing right now on the Jackpot strategy. On the 5-minute time frame, we got a crossover of the 50 MAs. All right. But price did reach a major resistance on here. This would have been a drawdown for us on our trade if we were to stick with the buy, but I closed it. All right, I have this trend line here just so I could see. If price breaks this trend line, then I should definitely be looking for sells on this setup, because price last night started it off lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high for a new lower low potential to come. It's at a 50 MA on the 15-minute time frame. That is red. That's very strong. All right, red 50 MA right here. Resistance zone area now. 5-minute time frame looks like this. So how about this? We're going to add a zone here. We're going to add a zone here to block this area right here. All right, wherever we get a breakout here on the 5-minute time frame, that's the direction we're going to go. Meaning, if we get a breakout to the upside above here, we're going for buys. If we get a breakout to the downside here, breaking my trend line, we're going for sells. There it is, already having some confirmation here on that 1-minute cloud. Looking pretty good. All right, let's see. All right, for NAS, guys, I didn't take any trades on it yet. I usually like to take the NAS trades later on in the day. But look at this here, guys. Last week, guys, we destroyed NAS 100, like completely shattered NAS 100. It took a stop loss from us one time, and then every other trade after that was profit. As you guys can see here on my screen, I still have the template from last week. Right here, that was a good move. That was the second re-entry on that. That went perfectly right away in our direction, right? And these was re-entry opportunities. I didn't really take him. And again, like I said, best days of the market when? Wednesdays and Thursday. This was Thursday going into Friday morning. Yeet. Big moves. That's what happens in the market towards the end of the week. So guys, pay attention. But Nas, I think right now, Nas is going up for a buy. We had a half trend on the H4 time frame that is all green bullish. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. I have my trend line here. It just crossed over on the H1 to make it go up for a buy. We may get a little bit more pullback, but overall, this thing is going for a buy. So if that means potentially gold is going for a sell. I want to take my gold sell here actually. I'm having confirmation, except on the 5-minute time frame. I didn't have the confirmation yet, meaning half trend did not turn red for me just yet. So I want to wait for that. But overall, this is damn near a perfect entry for a sell right now. All right, let's see at the low pullback because I want to take this trade. This would be more of a B setup, B minus, because it's close to the top Bollinger Band on the 1-minute time frame. Let's see how we get the reaction here for us to actually take the trade. Do you guys think we could get a sell on gold? Because our buy trade would have been going for stop loss right now, drawdown. Risk management is key. Risk management is key, guys. All right, thinking buys. I was looking for buys on gold earlier. Bro. But I'm changing my option. I think I'm going for sell. Look at that. Could have took the trade. All right, here it is. I'm gonna have to take it. We gain confirmation. Give me one more pullback, please. And I feel ooh. Look at that. Okay, here I go. Stop loss. We'll do how much? 50 pips. 50 pips overall. This will be our first trade. Okay, guys. I could risk 79 on this. I could even risk a little bit more. So as I get breakout, I add my second entry. As you guys know, I do 1 to 3 entries max. So let's go back on TradingView real quick. Let's see what made this thing turn around like that. Because right now I'm still looking for sells. 5 minute, let's see if we get the red half trend. Not yet. Not yet. All right. We wait. Strong support area right here. Let's see. Because the thing is, if we get a breakout under, we should look for sells. If we get a breakout above, we should look for buys. So let's see. Crazy turnaround right now. Crazy turnaround. Right off the trend line. Okay. Let's see if we're gonna get a break. If we get a break above this area, then I'm gonna start looking for my entries above here. If we don't, this is a straight sell. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we getting right now. It's getting interesting. All right, we got a strong resistance zone here at this area. This is what happens before we find our entries. Because once I find the entry this time, that's going to be the signal for the day. It's a tough one. I think it's going to go down, guys. I have a high feeling it's going to go down. Look at that. think it want to retest a little bit more. Okay, boom. Under half trend, 3 minute. About to be 5 minute too. We had an 800 MA on the 1 minute entry area. It's under it. We're gonna try again to go up. Let's see. Retest. Retest right here would be a good entry. 50 pip stop loss there. But I need to make sure. Okay, 30-second retest on the cloud. Let's see if it breaks through. 15 seconds saying sell. Gold is looking. We're gonna know. We're gonna know. Okay, 5 minutes saying buys, guys. I can't ignore that. 5 minutes is saying buy. Can't ignore that. Okay. Let's see where we're gonna have our breakout. Okay, there it is, pushing up. Let's see. Let's see. All right. I think we got it. Yeah, we're going bullish, guys. That was the chance for it to cross over to go down. It didn't. So now let's see how I could get this entry. But I'm going to have a tight stop loss on this because it still may go test this area. Oh man, oh man, oh man. What's going on? Let's see. All right, let's see. We got a pullback. Guys, I really want to get in this trade, but it's like, you see how it's in the middle? That's what makes it a little bit difficult. Because if I want to buy, realistically, at this line would be ideal. Perfect entry for buyers. But if I don't get that entry, I have to get it here. If in my head, I'd rather take the buy here than up here, prevent this type of drawdown. So it's like, oh. But, you know, the old me, those that's been watching me, I would have been buying here, buying here. I would have been buying there. I would have been buying there. Then it would have pulled back a little bit more. Then I would have kept buying here until finally it goes up. Then I would have made big profit. But that's not the way. That is not the way. That's not the way. So I'd rather take my time right now before I actually commit to a position and send out a signal to my team than to rush in a trade or add little trades here and there multiple times. Like I said, it's good. It works sometimes. And sometimes you take big losses like that. I just want you guys to be super strategic when it comes to how much you are putting up at risk in the market. Because if you don't know that amount, how much you're putting up at risk, you putting your whole account at risk. Can't afford that. All right, let's see. You see? It's at the middle area. It's hard to make a decision here. All right, I think it's gonna go in about a few more minutes. I would go for a sell, but I just don't have the confirmation for it on the 1 minute and the 5 minute just yet, which is crossovers from the Jackpot strategy, 10 MA, 50 MA. All right, let's see. All right, this is the second time it went underneath the cloud again. So I think it's safe to say the sell is valid. But on the 1 minute, 10 it may still have not crossed over yet on the 50. On the half trend it did, but let's see. Sticky situation here. What's going on, guys? Nice to see you guys tapping in, man. We're doing this Monday through Friday, guys. Locking in, trading together, finding the entries. Right now, I haven't found the entry yet for us. I haven't found the entry yet, but we're going to get it real soon. I'm still scoping the market. We're gonna get something here, guys. Okay, look at that. It just, whatever trade I want to do, if I want to sell, I don't have a signal on it. Even half trend, it did not give me a signal yet. 50 MA is red, but no real confirmation just yet. All right, consolidation market too, guys. Remember, it's Monday, and also it's a holiday. But we're showing up. We're showing up. So here's what I'm gonna do real quick. Let me fine tune my overall analysis for the week, and then from there I could see overall perspective, because I'm getting ready to send signals to all my teammates. Excited. Guys, last week we crushed it in the signals, man. 950 plus pips secured. We only took what, one or two loss? I have to check the signal counts. But we definitely crushed it, man. 900 plus pips overall. Account grew 30%. And yeah, we locked in right now. We locked in. And all of this is being documented. You guys going to see growth in real time. All following a strict game plan, discipline to get us to the next level, man. All right. I think it's safe to say gold is still trying to sell, man. I think that little pullback was just a lower high. I can't fully confirm that just yet. That's why I'm not in the trade right now. But it's looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the 50 MA. Oh man, we looking bearish. We looking bearish, guys. Let's get ready. We are looking bearish. Okay. It ain't fully crossover just yet, but it's real bearish right now. Oof, look at that. We still got support zones down here though. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little longer before I pull the trigger on this. All right, this is a strong support zone area right here, where it's at. Right off the 5 minute. Right here we will know. Remember, 15 minute is red bearish for the 50 MA. It's just that half trend is green and the candle is also green. It's like, can't really commit to it yet. There's no real confirmation. Yeah, sit on our hands. No full confirmation, no trade. That's green bullish momentum on the 15. Pull back on the 5. All green bullish candle still. Green here as well, but it's changing. 1 minute is already bearish, guys. If it gives a double signal here, the second one is going to go the most. Yeah, 1 minute is saying bearish on gold right now. That's just 1 minute though. If I get the crossover I'm looking for, I'm taking the trade. It's almost there. One of the confirmation is that price is underneath now. Price is underneath the moving average from the Ichimoku cloud. Those that's been following me using the Jackpot strategy, you know about the Ichimoku cloud. So for me in the Jackpot strategy on TradingView, I simply have the moving average from the Ichimoku cloud, the most important one to me. That gives me my entries. All right, looking at gold right now, 1 minute we sort of having some confirmation. 3 minute time frame, we have red half trend. All right, then that's gonna transpire to show up on the 5 minute time frame. Why am I looking at the smaller time frame? Because that's where it starts. I have the higher time frame in mind, but the smaller time frame is where it starts. All right. I'm waiting. It's not yet. Toughy. Ooh, look at that. Look at that breakout. All right. We still right there. So now at this breakout here, I could potentially pull the trigger. Again, I don't have a full confirmation just yet, but we are definitely heading down. Okay, and the retest here is not gonna be any light retest. I think it's gonna break through. We're at a support zone. It's gonna give me a new resistance on at the top. Then I could potentially look to take my trade. All right. Notice how the market moves though. What I mainly want you guys to understand and see from the overall strategy, the market just moved from zone to zone. The reason how I know to get my best entries is because I'm trading based on zone to zone. Bottom Bollinger Band, middle Bollinger Band, top Bollinger Bands. This shows up on all time frame, higher time frame, small time frame. Every time you get an entry at a certain zone, you got a good trade in your hand. This is a good trade if I take this trade now, right, for a sell and have stop loss above it from the 5-minute time frame, which could be good, but stop loss could also trigger because top Bollinger Band on the 5-minute time frame was where I was supposed to enter that trade, which was right here, up there. If not, right here to TP here. Now it did a entry here to here, pullback, zoom in. We here. I want to take this trade, but at the same time, I'm worried. What if it just goes up to hit the take profit here, my original idea? But overall, right now, it's looking very, very bearish. The way the moving averages are moving on the Jackpot strategy, half trend is green, red now on the 1 minute, just not yet on the 5 minute, and the 15. It's the only thing holding me back from pulling the trigger for a sell, realistically. Yeah, see, all green candles bullish. But half trend is already red on this time frame. So let's see at the pullback here how we're gonna be able to enter this trade for the sell. If I take this trade, stop loss is not going to be too big. Let's see. I'm about to pull the trigger for a sell now. We're gonna have stop loss above. And this trade, I don't like it either. I'd rather have took the trade right there for a sell than here. But I'll just do one trade here, one trade up there. Let's see how much the stop loss is so we could calculate that right now. All the way up here, that's 89 pips. I mean 60 pips. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Alright, we're gonna do our first trade. 60 pips would be above the 5-minute time frame. Let me see. Yeah, it's a good setup. It's not bad at all, actually. All right, we'll use the 5-minute top middle Bollinger Band area as the major resistance zone to protect this trade for us. All right, we'll do a 70 pip stop loss on this. Yeah, about 70. All right, right there. So on this particular trade, this specific trade here, I'll be losing $100, $103 on this. But I do 2 trades usually. So I want to go ahead and put a pending order at the top. Let me see how this is playing out right now. Overall, it looks good. I took this trade because price fell underneath the moving average for the cloud. We have red half trend here. Okay, on the 5-minute time frame. We didn't get a signal just yet on the 5-minute time frame, but I know on the 15-minute time frame we have a red bearish movement for moving average. Now, not only that, as I look here from when market opened, overall we had a lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high for a new lower potential lower low. Now, price may end up going for a retest up here, then stop loss will trigger, of course, but I think overall price wanting to head down, probably gonna break this area the next time it go test again, and then from there to reach take profit here. So right now on the smaller time frame, we took this entry here, and I'm hoping price just breaks this barrier here, just breaks it, although the signal is coming up for a buy now. But let's see. Overall, I have confirmation on the 1 minute. Stop loss is above the 800 MA, and it could go back above it to hit stop loss. That'll just be what it is. The only thing I'm worried about on this setup is the fact that 5-minute time frame on the crossovers and half trend is still like green, and it's not breaking those trend lines. So let's see if the half trend change here. If it doesn't, it may just go up higher. Let's see. Right here is the make it break it area. Again, guys, it's early on in the week. I don't trade too big early on in the week because sometimes we don't get no move. Like realistically, if we've been on this call, we got nothing. We only got consolidation today, at least for the session, and that's okay. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So let's see if price respects this area. I don't even want to even have the stop loss at 60 pip realistically. Because the way this setup is looking is very undecisive. Price was supposed to just break that area. We'll do 60 pips here on the stop loss. This is where price is supposed to be going right back down. If it doesn't go back down here, I may even get out this trade early and then call it a day for real, because market is consolidating and I'm not going to risk my equity trying to chase a trade that's not clear. You feel me? So we'll see. Yes, sir. Let's see what's going on. I'm so close to just getting out this trade, guys, and calling it a day. I don't even have a TP on this yet. I don't like it at all. It's not clear. The only thing that makes this valid would be 15-minute time frame is being red bearish. But let's see. Right, this moving average here is the only thing holding us safe. So I would have to take profit on this trade, realistically, right here. Because I noticed there's an emptiness right here. Potential take profit could be there. Let's see how much that's going to calculate to. See, on MT5, I would have to manually calculate that. I still like trading on MT5, but I'll get my risk here. So at the middle Bollinger Band area, if price reach there, that's 200 pips, 220 pips. I'll profit $333 on it. It's not bad. Modify trade. Alright guys, to get access to the broker that I use that allow me to calculate my risk the proper way on every trade, the link is in the description of this video. Feel free to get your hands on it. Yeah, guys, I like trading on MT5, but no lie, trading on MT5 was a bit toxic because of the style of trading I was doing. Multiple trades. I was mentally lazy to calculate each stop loss for each trade. No trader is really doing that. You're not calculating. If you took 20 trades, you're not calculating the stop loss for each 20 trade and calculating the total amount that is going to lose if you lose. Realistically, we're not doing that as traders. So that's why trading 1 to 3 entries max is the best way to go about it. And also trading on a platform that literally shows you exactly how much you're going to risk per trade and how much you're going to win per trade. That's the way to go about it the proper way, guys. So let's lock in, man. Let's lock in. We locked in right now. No lie, market is very slow today. It's very slow today. But shout out to you guys that shows up, man. Being consistent, that's all that matters. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I use all the Jackbots. Alright, let's see what's going on here. What do you guys think? For real now. Alright, we about 11 o'clock, right? In about 30 minutes, in about 30 minutes or so, we need to know where the direction is going. Alright, in 30 minutes, I'm going to be done with the live session, guys. So, for real, man. Chat. Talk to me, chat. Talk to me. What Gold is going to do? What do you guys think Gold is going to do, man? Let me know. I know y'all expect me to know. But this is a group thing, man. This is a group thing. Let me know you guys' perspective and thoughts as well. I'd rather prefer the texting, you guys sending the message in, than random people screaming out what they think and their ideas, their mindset, which is cool. But over time, it could get a little bit cloudy in judgment when on a Zoom webinar like before. By the way, I am looking at NAS 100 right now, and it is dropping, but I'm going to enter NAS 100 at 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's when it does a big move. I already entered that around that time. And if I make some good profit, then I could risk at different times for NAS 100. You have to have a real strategic game plan for these pairs, guys. All right, so yeah, overall, guys, talk to me. What do you guys think, man? Because we're in a consolidation phase right now, so it's not moving fast, so we could relax and talk a little bit. What do you guys really think? And I want to kind of redo all my analysis too, just because I did it Sunday, but a lot of things kind of happened already in the market. I want to kind of see what's going on again. So I'll be redoing that real shortly. Yeah, man, talk to me. What do you guys think, man? Gold. Right now, it's looking kind of bullish, but it could also go bearish. At the same time, it's looking kind of bearish, but it could also go bullish. So, what's the word? All right, we got my boy Joe Moore said, H4 trend line has a lot of influence on what we are seeing right now. That's correct. On the H4 time frame, okay, on the H4 time frame, we are on an uptrend. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low for a new higher high. Okay, zoom in on that. We zoom in on that. Okay, we could see this trend line is holding up. We could see the H4 is not trying to let that trade go. All right, but at the same time, if I go to the H1 time frame, I'm seeing that H1 tried to go up before. It literally tried to go up before, but it couldn't go up before. It reached, it did a retest, sold. Tried again here to go up and break the high. It couldn't, it sold. Now it's trying again one more time. And as we go to the 30-minute time frame, right now it's in the middle zone, so we can't really tell on the 30-minute time frame. On the 15, if I look at just these candles, it's making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, just on those candles. And now I have a red MA, red 15 moving average, pushing price down for me. Okay, and not only that, we have a red zone order block right up there. So gold has potential to do drop for sure, but at the same time there's a slight chance where it could go up to do a little bit more higher highs, pushing price a little bit higher. So let's see. As I go to the 5-minute time frame here, I'm seeing that I'm in a zone. Half trend is green. It's not wanting price to go up, down. But once price breaks this trend line and it turns red, it's going to definitely go down. And then on the 3 minute time frame, we do have a red half trend, but at the same time we get mixed signals because we have a buy signal that's saying for it to buy, but if it breaks it and give a sell signal, it's over with. On the 1 minute time frame right now, we still underneath the cloud moving average, which is good, but what I don't like, I'm seeing green candles now on the 1 minute time frame. That was one of the reasons why I first entered my sell trade anyway, because I seen the red candles on the 1 minute time frame. Now it's changing green, giving mixed signals. So now I'm wanting to look for buys or don't trade at all because it's consolidating and it's not clear. There's no real signal. Just call it a day. Sometimes the trading day could end like that, and that's a profitable day. You know, instead of giving up your profit Monday because you're chasing after the trade, right? You want it right now. You want the move to happen. You go big. Next thing you know, you lose all your account or a good amount of your equity. And now you don't have no confidence on Wednesdays and Thursday move because you already self-sabotage yourself. All right, we're not going to let that be us. So if this trade is not working out for me and I'm in a drawdown $30, I could afford $30 right now compared to $100 or $200 or $300 later, right? Because if we spent this long on a call, trading the proper way, trading at the right time, doing what we need to do, we still don't get the trade, there's no clear setup, that means it's not time. And if it's not time, there's no need for us to be in the market. And if there's no need to be in the market, there's no need to put our money at risk. Yes, I could stay in this trade and babysit it and hope that it gives me the move. Or I could just close right now, call it a day, and mark in my books that I attempted 2 trades. I closed near entry because market was consolidating for 2-3 hours and I could not find a good setup for the move for the day. Great. If I was locked in during London session last night, yes, I could have found a better move. That would have been for the sell on gold from the 15-minute time frame, which was here. And even this move was not such a big move, but it was a decent move enough to get a good signal out of it, you know, a good setup, because we had a higher high, retest, gave the move here to go give the TP here. That's a great setup. Now, it did all of this, plus it's a holiday on the next day. It's tough to say that price is going to actually make anything significant for us to actually be entertaining it the way I would want to right now. So therefore, abort mission. It's not clear. Right? And I want you guys to really make it make sense for you because I know I've been guilty of this a lot. When the market is slow like that, back then, you know, growing small account, making thousands, trading realistically the wrong way, I would love consolidation moments. The reason why I love consolidation moments because it gives me enough time to add lot sizes. You see what I mean? It's a great strategy. It worked. Don't get me wrong. I've made a lot of money from this strategy. But it's the risk management part that is the problem. Because as price is consolidating, I'm stacking trades, right? Going against the market. You know, as I'm doing that, I'm not calculating each trade, each stop loss. I'm not calculating how many trades in total. It's just that as I'm doing it, I look up, oh wow, I already have 10 trades. I have 20 trades. Next thing I know, I don't even know how much I'm going to risk if price reach a certain amount of point. So I'm not gonna lie, you know, that's just not it long term. Yeah, you could grow small accounts, guys. You could continue doing that. It's perfect, it's great. But realistically, if you want to scale, if you want to be able to drop 1 standard, 5 standard, 10 standards in the market, you're going to have to decide to trade 1 no more than 3 trades at a time. Because if you build a habit of stacking so many trades at a time on smaller lot size and the drawdown not being too much and you just relaxing, you chilling on it, because again the drawdown is not too much. As you scale and make more money and feel more comfortable to risk more in the market, you only going to do that with bigger lot size. So for me, I started doing 1 standard multiple times. So 1 standard 10 times, that's a 10 standard. That's a lot. You feel me? Now imagine if I were to been in a position now to be able to risk 100K at a time, 300K at a time. Now I'm doing 10 standards multiple times and not being able to calculate the total amount I would be losing if this trade were to go completely against me. And that's the problem. So to be able to scale and get precise results, exactly how much you're going to win or lose, you need to be able to simply lock in, trade 1 to 3 trade at a time with proper stop loss, with proper take profit, and then just watch your account grow over time. Calculate the trades you're taking, calculate your attempts throughout the week, calculate your amount of trades that you took, which would be a signal. For example, the way I send my signal, I send the entry, I send the stop loss, I send my take profit. I know exactly how much I'm going to risk to make. I have that in dollar amounts as well, and also percentage. And then from there, as that trade goes, if I could fully commit to that trade, I already know worst case scenario, this is how much I'm going to lose. Best case scenario, this is how much I'm going to make. If anything, by the time I see the trade, it's either going to be halfway to my take profit or going towards my stop loss. Most of the time, using the Jackpot strategy is going to be going in my way. So either I could close partial profit, or I could close all the trades and not even wait for the take profit, or fully just wait for take profit. There's different ways you could go about it, but first you need to understand and trade the proper way first, because it's going to be so much harder to do exactly what I'm talking about on 10, 20 trades at a time than 1 to 3 trades at a time. Even 1 to 3 trades, I just noticed myself last week trading. I noticed myself like I wanted to do 3 trades so bad, so I did it. I was like, all right, that has to be the limit though. Because realistically, 1 or 2 trade is already enough, but 3 trade is the max limit. Like today, no setup, no clear move. It did not require me to do 2 trades, although I could, but it's not clear for me to do 2 trade at a time or 3 trade at a time. I'm not gonna put my equity at risk early on in the week like that. For us traders that shows up to these live sessions, you know, Wednesday, Thursdays are the best days in the market. So that's the times we just have to lock in, be ready to take our big risks, and then from there just ride it out. Right? This is where you actually need to commit to a signal. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you need to have that one setup you've been looking for the whole week. Enter, stop loss, take profit, ride it out. That's how you do it, guys. So keep showing up, keep staying locked in. All right, in about 10 more minutes, I'm going to be ending the session though. In 10 more minutes. What do you guys think? I mean, we showed up. We didn't get what we were looking for, but we didn't lose no bread. Maybe I lost, what, $30 trying to attempt. It's not bad at all, man. Not bad at all. I had this light here the whole time. Let me see if that makes me look more clean. Let's see. Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's where I was headed. No cap. If I didn't decide and say, no, this is not it. This is how I'm going to trade. 1 to 3 trade at a time. No more multiple trades at a time. If I didn't decide that, that's just where I would be headed. Over time, I'll just get so used to the strategy and being right, just adding standards after standards, trying to come up. All right, I see gold potentially could go for the buy now, to be honest, but it's like it's one of those moves. There's no need. There's really no need. I think I'm gonna take my best entry at the next daily candle tonight at 7:45, 8:45, around that time, Eastern time. That's when I'm going to do that. All right, guys. Well, yeah, I'm excited for where we're going, man. 8 more minutes, and this live trading session. Anything you guys want to tell me in the chat? Let me know right now. All right, guys. So here's what to expect in the next coming days. The way my vision for the way I want to do my streams, I want to make it very interactive. Okay. I don't just want it to just be about trading, because what we do is very routine. It's very like enter at this time, get out at this time. So there's no need to really just always be on the chart all the time, tracking it every day, every hour. All right. I want us to get to the position where when we show up to the live session, we find our entry. Yes, we could track it, but at the same time, we could do other things as well while we're on there. Like, we only really should be locking in, like super focused for the first hour, 2 hours of the session. Realistically, first hour and 30 minutes, because that's when we get the entry. And then after that, after we find the entry and the market is actually moving, stop loss in place, take profit in place, and we wait. Okay. Today, market was consolidating, so I entered twice for a buy, for a sell, still consolidating. There's nothing to do. Market not going nowhere, so I'm not doing nothing. Okay, so overall, I'm just relaxing, waiting for the next setup. So my next time I'm going to enter the market is going to be exactly at 8:45 Eastern time. All right, at 8:45 Eastern time is when I'm going to enter the market. So once I enter the market, the daily entry line from the Jackpot strategy is going to give me a trade. It's going to give me a signal. So once it gives me that signal, then I'll know to enter. But overall, you know, this setup here could make a move later today. It's just that I don't think I want to entertain it anymore, because we just spent 2 hours in this consolidation zone here, which makes no sense. So, well, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's a holiday, it's Monday, you know, it's market did some move last night already. That's just part of it. This is what it is. So if it's not giving me the entry now, we wait and we get the entry later. So later is going to be 8:45, 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's when it's going to be. And then once you get that, I'll definitely send a signal. And if I get a clear go on gold, I'll send that earlier too. We never know. But most likely my signal is going to be around 9:45. 9 p.m., 9:45 or 8:45. But for future streams we're going to do, those that are locked in with me, I'm gonna give you guys access to a group that's going to allow you like to share your different topics, different things that you like, music recommendations, things that you are doing yourself, like books you are reading that you could recommend, and then we could just talk about it on the calls too, review them. Basically, just get to know you type of thing, and you guys get to know me, because all life is not just about charts, guys. I mean, all life is not just about trading. Yes, charts and trading plays a big role in our life because we know where we want to go and we know what we want to accomplish. But at the same time, we have to make it fun. All right, we have to definitely make it fun. So with that being said, guys, I mean, I don't have a good signal alert I could give you guys for today right now because market is consolidation. Although I would want to send something, but there's nothing there. There's nothing I could do. I could send a sell signal, but it's like I'm putting myself at a risk knowing that we may not get anything until later on today. So if that's the case, we might as well just wait for later on today. But if you do take a trade, whether you buy it or you sell it, whatever you decide to do, just make sure that you are using proper risk management. That's the most important thing, guys. I can't stress this enough. Risk management is key. That's the most important thing. Because you could take a loss. That's part of it. Prepare your mind that you're going to take a loss. Like, I know this week we're going to hit stop loss. I know when I send out these signals this week to my students, I know we're going to hit stop loss. I'm hoping we don't hit stop loss. I'm hoping we have a winning streak. But realistically, we're going to hit stop loss. And that's okay. Last week we hit 1 or 2 stop loss. I believe it was 1 stop loss. And that's okay. As long as we end the week profitable traders, overall win more trades than we lost, that's all that matters. That's a profitable trader. Uh-oh. Seems like gold is looking to continue that uptrend. Let's see. It is above now the cloud moving average. It just went above and below like multiple times. So this trade is super, super undecisive right now, guys. It doesn't usually do this, but this is super, super undecisive. It looks good, you know, for a buy. It looks good, but sometimes it looks good for a sell. So it's like, dude, decide. No rush for me. No rush for me. And I hope you guys are not rushing as well. We'll see what this all do. Later on today, we're definitely going to get a better opportunity. All right, chat. Well, that's pretty much about it for me, man. It's 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. If you enjoy these sessions, guys, feel free to subscribe to the channel, of course. Share the link with your friends, families. This is a free game I'm giving you guys, like free live session. You guys can go back on the YouTube channel, watch these for yourself, go over them yourself. So lock in. That's all I could say, guys. This year, we need to finish the year with real strategic results and track record of the trades we've done. So let's lock in, guys. Continue showing up, and I'll definitely talk to you guys soon, man. Peace out, chat. See you guys tomorrow, same time. Lock in.